I'm Huntington of Steel Mace Vinyasa and Shala, and today I'll be demonstrating how to cross-train with a heavy club and a steel mace. Today we're on our 5th day out in Costa Rica, training with heavy clubs, staff, and steel mace in an unpredictable environment. You'll see we're on a mountaintop out here in the jungle, and we just finished training our athletes with about 45 minutes of staff, followed by about 45 minutes of steel mace, followed by 30 minutes of heavy club. This is a heavy club. This is the Wildman and Hephaestus 20-pound steel club. Let's talk about shield cast. So you can pull up your club into a two-handed guard position. In a two-handed shield cast, your club goes over your opposite shoulder, and then you pull over. Notice how my body rotated as I did that. Block, dump, pull over, block, big swing, dump, pull over. There is a weight transfer that happens. There's a lot of rotation as well. As you can see, I'm a fairly small framed person, but I'm still able to wield a pretty heavy club. Block, dump, pull. You can transition that into a flat-footed squat, keeping the elbows on the inside of the thighs, and then racking, standing back up into your order position. Two-handed shield cast, center, two-handed squat, back to two-handed order. Two-handed shield cast, center, squat, back to center. Let's switch sides. Block, dump, pull, very similar to a 360 with the mace. Center, very similar to what I'll demonstrate in a moment with my yogi squat with my mace. Shield cast opens up the shoulders, that's a throwing pattern. Squat to stand, that's a lifting pattern. Two-handed throwing pattern, followed by a squat and a lift. Let's cross-train that with a lighter tool. I personally think it's beneficial to cross-train with both heavy clubs and mace. One is not better than the other. They're different shape, different tools, and they help with different aspects of performance. This is a fairly light steel mace. It's 2.3 kilograms. This is a 360. Notice how it's different than my shield cast. The mace globe travels 180 degrees on either side here. And then when we pull it back into that starting position, it's like you're between two panes of glass. I consider this almost like a loaded chair. I consider this like a loaded prayer position. Block, dump, pull, still a two-handed throwing pattern. Eventually this turns into a single-handed throwing pattern. With the mace, I'll often catch here in the center of my body, whereas with a club, I'll often catch here, especially with a heavier club. So you can do it in both directions. Block, dump, pull. As we're out here training with staff, you see that the block position here in the first phase of the swing is actually useful when you're training with staff or machete, which some of our head coaches have been doing. You're blocking here, block, dump, pull over, block, dump, pull over. I often see steel mace athletes that have trained so much with heavy clubs, they often want to catch their mace in here. Notice how my shoulders round forward here. Better with a lighter load, with your lighter mace, to keep the collarbones long and the scapula seated in neutral position, because it's fairly light. And if it gets heavier, you can recruit your lats and your glutes a little bit more. Let's look at our squat. So with the heavier club, I kept the club close to me. With a longer and lighter load, I can go into my full flat-footed squat and I can practice my two-handed blocking pattern or flag. Here, I can integrate the two together, making it a compound movement, 360 swing, to my two-handed flag position in a yogi squat. Block, dump, pull. Two-handed flag with yogi squat. Switch hand positions. You always want to alternate so that you have one hand on top one time, one hand on top the other time. Block, dump, pull. Yogi squat. Now, why is this important? The shoulders are designed to use leverage tools. We use leverage tools for blocking, for throwing patterns, and for striking patterns. It could be an upward strike, could be a downward strike if we're using a staff. Oftentimes in our conventional domestic lives, we're not really using the shoulders in the way that they were meant to be used. Unless you live somewhere where you get to chop wood, that would be a striking pattern. Or maybe you play a ball sport, but usually that kind of fades out after college years. We don't throw things as much. And so keeping the dexterity, the proprioception, keeping the strength, keeping the ligaments and the tendons long and lean and mobile, and we want to train for that elasticity, reaction time, coordination. There are so many benefits with cross-training between heavy clubs and steel mace, and even steel mace vinyasa, to keep you mobile, help with longevity, and keep you functionally toned, functionally fit. This is something that I work with my clients on inside of my Empowered Inner Circle. That's my high proximity coaching group where I do a lot of form corrections and really help people with customized program design and helping people to identify power leakages. Common misalignment in that last one, the 360 to a squat. I always see people kind of trying to cheat and steal energy from other places. So maybe they'll do like a partial arm lockout and a partial squat. That's a power leakage. We want to get full grip confirmation, full elbow lock, crown to coccyx alignment, activation and stability, and full range of motion. Notice I'm at the end of the squat, but my lower back is still extended. Then when I take my mace away, I have the ability to be in a flat-footed squat with full activation, lots of stability. That's gonna help with longevity. It's gonna help me be able to get on, up and down from the floor, help me not turn into a chair. So much of what we do, our knees only come into 90-degree flexion when we're sitting in a chair, and our bodies start to become chair-shaped. So by utilizing these tools and integrating rotational work with the heavy clubs, mobility work with the loaded steel mace vinyasa, you're gonna live longer, you're gonna be having a much higher quality of life. And if you come out and train with us at one of our 7-day training retreats around the world, you're gonna meet amazing people that also are dedicated to that lifestyle. Hope you learned a little something. Drop a comment down below, and hope to see you at one of our events.